Guy, and we are here with Chemical Stir Fry today. We've also got Dustin here as our model, and today we're going to do a little Dermacolor from Kryolan camouflage cover-up on tattoo. And before we get started, we do have some classes coming up. We have a makeup class for our thermoplastics from last weekend that got canceled due to the snow and ice that we're going to be doing this Saturday from 10 to 1. There are still spaces in that class, so if you want to sign up, go to our website and check that out. That will still say January 23rd in the drop down, but you can select it and we'll get you set for the January 30th class, which is this Saturday. And we also have an epoxy tutorial coming up on the 6th, I believe, of February, which you can sign up for on the website as well. So today we're going to show you how to do a little bit of tattoo cover-up. So we're going to go in on Dustin here, who has a tattoo on his arm. We're going to try to kind of erase that from his skin. So what you're going to want to do to start out with is I would suggest doing some kind of primer on the skin just to help the makeup kind of marry to the skin better. What you'll want to do with that is just take a little bit of the HD primer, micro primer. That's what we're using here. And you can put that on your brush or on your finger, and you just kind of place that over where you're going to be putting the foundation. This will just help the makeup blend a little better and go on a little smoother onto the skin. So that's going to go in on there first, and then what we'll do next is we're going to take a red, because this tattoo has a little bit of a greenish, bluish color to it. So red or orange will help cancel that color out. So you're just going to take and place a little bit of that color over the tattoo. And we'll do like half of it so you can kind of see it disappear on the arm there. And we're just going to kind of go in, put a little bit of this heavy. And the thing about Dermacolor is it's a very highly pigmented color, so it's going to give you a lot more pigment on the skin so that you do not have to put as much product on there. So what we're going to do after we've got the red on there is we'll kind of blend this down just a little bit by patting it with a sponge. And then we're going to powder that with a little bit of the Dermacolor translucent powder. That is called P1, and it's just a Dermacolor powder. You can get powders from the Dermacolor line in different flesh tones to help set your makeup, but we want to set this before we put any other cream on there so that it doesn't bleed into the other colors. And then what we're going to do is I picked a few colors that were close to his flesh tone. On the underside of your arm, you're going to be lighter than the top side of your arm. You're also going to have variations in skin tone, so you're going to want to pick a few different colors, and you're kind of just brushing these on in different, or dotting them on in different layers, so that way you kind of have the mixing of skin tones. And we're just going to put this on kind of heavy. You can kind of see that the tattoo is starting to fade away. We're just going to keep adding this color until we get it to where we like it. And I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color now and add to it just to brighten it up a little bit. And it may take a few layers to get it to cover the tattoo, but you'll want to keep adding layers until that line is completely gone. And so now we're just going to blend these together a little bit. You can also take, if your colors aren't blending together that well, you can also take the makeup blend from Kryolan and just take a little bit on a sponge, and you can blend those colors together a little bit better and blend the edges out so that you don't see it, and it kind of marries it to the skin around the piece. So you can still see a little bit of the tattoo coming through right now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take the powder brush, take a little bit of the skin tone powder, which is P4, and we're going to powder that down just a little bit so that it that from bleeding into the next layer, and then we're going to add another layer of the lighter skin tone. We're going to keep doing that until you get it to go away. You can also take a little bit of red and add into that to help give it a little bit of life. Because your skin always has a little bit of a redness to it that you can add as well. So we're just going to keep doing this until it kind of blends down into the skin. You can take a little bit of makeup blend on your brush, and that'll help get it all to blend together. Another tool that you can use to really get this to blend better is your finger, because your finger is going to give the makeup a little bit of heat. And you can blend those edges out onto the skin so that way it doesn't look like you've put a blotch of makeup onto your skin. You're just going to kind of move that makeup out to the edges, and that'll help it blend better. Also, if you have like a beauty blender or anything like that, that'll help blend these cream colors together so that you have less product on the skin. So we're still working our way to getting it to go completely under the Dermacolor. You might have to do one more layer. And a darker tattoo like this, you will probably have to do a couple of layers because it does have such high pigment on the skin, and it will show through. So you're just going to have to keep working that tattoo until it completely goes under the makeup. This makeup is specifically made for people with skin problems like vitiligo or rosacea. So if you have skin conditions that you have discolorations in your skin or anything like that, this is great for covering those up. And it can be worn as daily makeup as well. So, and you can kind of see now it's starting to fade away underneath. I'm going to take a little bit of a lighter color just to get the skin tone to go down a little bit. So now, tattoo's pretty much covered on this side. So we're going to blend this down a little bit more. And what I'm doing is pouncing this on the arm instead of rubbing, so that I'm not rubbing the makeup off, I'm just kind of blending it together. This is the same technique that you would use with a beauty blender or something like that. Take a little bit of the makeup blend on my finger and kind of rub these edges out so that you don't have a harsh line on the skin showing. We've almost got the tattoo gone. We're going to call it done. You could go one more layer probably on this because you can see a little bit of the color on there. I'm going to take and just do a little bit of the Dermacolor powder, which is going to be a higher pigmented powder as well. So that will help cover up anything that's left. And this, I'm going to do a little translucent powder on top of that and just dust that off. And there we go. We've got pretty good coverage there. Maybe one more layer would help us get that completely gone, but for the most part on camera, this is going to read as nothing's there, and you can see the difference in the color between the two sections there. So if you have any questions about Dermacolor or how they work, you can come by the shop or give us a call here. It's 404-685-8804, and we will see you next time.